Meet my staff. I'm going to show you my staff with their before and afters. Some of them don't want me to show them, but if I have them, here's Constance. Constance, come on up here. So just say hi. You don't have to say up here. Constance is my patient care coordinator. There we go. Marcy's really left earlier, but she may be here tomorrow if you want to say hi to her. Beth is not, I don't know if Beth is coming tomorrow or so, but that's another one of my staff members. Darla, where are you? Here's Darla. She's a younger lady in her mid-30s, and you can see that just a little volume shaping even goes well for someone younger. Diane, who's not here, she's my nurse administrator, and that's photograph, if you can believe it, was taken 3 years ago, the recent one was just taken this year. And then my mom, you want to say hi, Mom? My mom's next birthday will be 68 in October. She's 3 weeks out. It is a little puffy, it's not quite there yet, but not bad. Meet my patients. Here are my lovely patients. Drew, want to come on up here? Now, Drew, I want to say that she was crying a little bit, so there's a little bit puffy here. I did not do that, but she looks wonderful. Do you want to say a few words? Let me get this here.
Everybody, I went to Dr. Lamb. If you look at my before picture, I'm 47 and I felt like 67. I just didn't feel good about myself. Actually, Dr. Lamb talked me into not doing a brow lift. I begged him to, and he didn't, and I'm really happy he didn't. I do some modeling work for a girlfriend of mine, and looking at my pictures the other day, someone that was hiring some people, they said, well, we want her, we want someone about 25. I was airbrushed a little, but still, feel good about it. But he's just great, and I really trust him, and he's really made a difference in my life.
Thank you, Drew. Eleanor has asked me for her not to say anything, so we're going to do a little ventriloquism. No, I'm just joking.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Left side is my before, and actually, in that before picture, I'm actually rested because I had been on vacation for 3 months. So if you can imagine, before that 3-month vacation, I was very, very sallow under my eyes and sunken in. And thank God I found Dr. Lamb. And the picture on the right is from yesterday, and he's made a huge difference. It's been 6 weeks for me now, and I couldn't be happier.
Thanks, Eleanor. Vicki, come on down. You're the next contestant. Don't overbid here.
Okay. Well, I was thinking a triple threat with hair transplantation, fat transplantation, Botox, and then I said, oh no, it's 4 because I had fat transplantation in my hands. Because I thought, well, why make the face look young and the hands not? So I'm 56 and I'm thrilled, and no one will ever touch my face except Dr. Lamb.
Tell them about your previous work and pull them out.
I had previous work done, and I have the scars to prove it, and I'm not happy about that. So with Dr. Lamb, you don't have to worry about being unhappy about scars.
So that before is actually after from elsewhere. Isabel, do we get the drawing thing? We still got a few minutes here. You want to come on up? Isabel's my publicist here. She's also then after it. I don't have her photo. I should have brought her photo, but she's... Okay, whoever's here, I don't know if everyone stayed around. It's pretty late, but we're going to go and get a drawing for that beautiful Perlane Restylane that's worth $2,000. Let's see who won this bad boy here. Hope you're still here. There we go. We finally have a winner. Come on down. I don't know what I'm going to hand you right now. You want some water? Okay, I have actually a few minutes before I have to go off stage, about 10 minutes.
We forgot to say that ours is a family deal.
Yeah, it's free, by the way.
No,
what?
It's my sister.
Oh, yeah, I did her sister too, by the way. I don't know what to do. Shake your hand. Welcome. You're going to have a great new face. It's going to be wonderful. I can take some questions if you like. I have about 10 minutes left before I have to come off, so if there's anyone that has any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Yes, ma'am.
What can you do about people who have like little dark circles like under their eyes?
Okay. Great question. Dark circles can be many different things. It could be a lot of veins that are down there. It could be because you've got a shadow from either a larger fat bag or just hollowness. And what's surprising is that the majority of patients that have that dark circle is usually, if it's aging related, is due to a hollowness. And so what some people interpret as an eye bag, it's actually just hollowness around the eye that just needs filling. But sometimes it's not. Sometimes it could just be the muscle because the skin is thin, and that's very hard to fix. If it's not just hollowness or a fat bag, it's very hard to fix with skin peels and things of that nature. That's a great question. Anyone else have some questions? Another question? Can I fix it? Is the question. I can fix surgical things. I can clean up the skin a little bit, but I can't take care of it if it's like a thinned out skin with just a darkish hue to it. So it depends on what you have. That's the best way for me to do that. Any other questions? No? Anyone too shy? Okay, we have a non-shy guy. Go for it.
What about the technology you use? You showed a lot of before and after pictures.
Yes.
What's part of the process?
Process of how to do it? Great question. Let me answer that with a question that someone hasn't asked me. Does fat last? And the answer is absolutely yes in the right hands. And let me break it down for you so that I can answer your question but also answer another question that hasn't been asked. The way that you handle the fat is everything. If you go in there and liposuction it with a machine, you kill all the fat cells. Everything that I do, I harvest myself with my hands. It's only holding about 2 cc's of negative pressure, gently caressing the fat out with blunt instruments. Then that fat is then purified centrifuge for about 3 minutes, so all the purified fat cells are taken out. And then all the little bit of blood, a little bit of lidocaine gets distilled out. You take that, you put it into tiny little 1 cc syringes with a blunt cannula. But if you use something sharp and you go in there and you traumatize the tissues, the fat will be killed. But I use little instruments and I put little drops of fat in, because if you imagine the opposite, if you put a big ball of fat, not only is that going to look ugly, but it's also going to be absorbed because there's no blood supply to that massive baseball-sized fat. You need tiny little droplets. So that's basically the technology. The way that you enter the skin is just with a little needle stick, 6 ports, 3 on each side, sometimes an additional one, and then I just go in there with my little cannula. Cannula, by the way, is a 1 millimeter thin metal tube with a hole at the side of it, so it's a blunt, soft instrument. It doesn't hurt, it's not sharp. And then I layer it in multiple passes, because if you can layer the fat in multiple passes, there's tremendous blood supply that can take. If you just put it into one area, it's the same problem as putting a big ball in. So that's why my fat holds extremely well. In fact, what's interesting is the fat actually begins to really look robust and beautiful about 8 months to a year out. Some patients love the swelling in the first 1 or 2 weeks, then it settles down a little bit. It still looks fantastic, but it's not as impressive. And then all of a sudden, about 7, 8 months out, it starts picking up, and then 14 to 16 months, it looks even better. But here's a nice proposition. Let's say you come back to me in 5 years, you've had it done, you go, you know, I've aged, I got a little bit more aging, I do see a little bit more hollowness, because it is permanent minus the effects of aging. What's wonderful about that, what if I told you in less than 30 minutes with no bandages, no cutting, and no sutures, I can get you back another 5. That's better than, do you want another brow lift? Do you want another facelift? You get what I'm saying? And most men don't want it, especially if you want that Kenny Rogers appearance of the eye. I don't know if you like that, great, then I'm not the person to do it for you. Any other questions? We're good? Anyone? Come on. Nothing? Okay, then we're good to go. Thank you so much for your attendance this afternoon. I appreciate your time.